DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, this is DFA Online here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. The Philippines Department of Foreign Affairs, or DFA, welcomed newly accredited non-resident ambassadors with a diplomatic dinner following the recent presentation of credentials to President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Non-resident ambassadors are diplomats accredited to a host country but based elsewhere, usually in a nearby country covering diplomatic duties remotely. The reception held at Manila Diamond Hotel was led by DFA Undersecretary for Administration Maria Helen de la Vega, joined by senior DFA officials including Assistant Secretary and Chief of Protocol Ariel Rodelas Peñaranda and Chief Coordinator Bernadette Therese Fernandez. The following non-resident ambassadors attended the dinner were Francois Balumuene Nakuna of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Miguel de Mascarenas de Calheiros Veloso of the Portuguese Republic, Annalisa Liana Low of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Victor Hugo Rojas Gonzalez of the Republic of Costa Rica, Harold Burgos of the Republic of Honduras, Pavlin Todorov of the Republic of Bulgaria, Mokasine Marie-Claire of the Republic of Rwanda, and Michelle Lisch of Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. In her remarks, Undersecretary de la Vega warmly welcomed the ambassadors and highlighted the Philippines' commitment to fostering strong diplomatic ties. She also highlighted the Philippines' candidature for a seat in the United Nations Security Council, or UNSC, emphasizing the country's role as a partner, pathfinder, and peacemaker committed to peace, the rule of law, and the peaceful settlement of disputes. Speaking on behalf of the ambassadors, Ambassador Veloso, Ambassador of Portugal, expressed gratitude to the Philippine government and the DFA for the warm welcome and reaffirmed their commitment to deepening relations and exploring new areas of cooperation. The event reflected the DFA's commitment to strengthening diplomatic partnerships and deepening the Philippines' engagement with the international community.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
In our news, the Department of Foreign Affairs, or DFA, successfully conducted the third leg of the DFA Public Diplomacy Caravan on March 20 to 21, 2025 at the Mindanao State University, or MSU Iligan Institute of Technology and Mindanao State University Marawi campuses. According to the DFA, around 500 MSU students participated in the said caravans. The DFA delegation, led by Office of Public Diplomacy, or OPD Assistant Secretary Arvin De Leon, was composed of representatives from OPD, the Maritime and Ocean Affairs Office, the Office of Policy Planning and Coordination, the Human Resources Management Office, the Asian and Pacific Affairs Office, and the United Nations and International Organizations Office. The DFA said the delegation engaged the students in a 2-hour session in each school with presentations on an independent Philippine foreign policy, the West Philippine Sea, Philippine Maritime Zones, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, 2016 Arbitral Award, the Maritime and Archipelagic Nation Awareness Month, or MANAMO, Philippine bilateral relations in maritime Southeast Asia, the Philippines' work in the United Nations and other international organizations, and careers in the DFA. An open forum followed the presentations where the DFA representatives responded to questions from students relating to Philippine foreign policies and current issues relating to the West Philippine Sea, the Trump administration's policy, pronouncements and implication to the Philippines, the Philippine response to the Gaza humanitarian crisis, the Philippines rejoining the International Criminal Court, piracy, the Philippines' claim in North Borneo, Philippine-Taiwan relations, and other DFA-related issues. The department said the goal of the caravan is to give the public a better understanding of the DFA's different functions and responsibilities. Moreover, the caravan allows DFA to have direct interactions with its stakeholders to better appreciate their concerns and perspectives in relation to the DFA as a public service agency. The DFA said its public diplomacy caravan will continue in various universities and local government units around the country in the coming months.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
More news from the Philippine Service Post. The Philippine Consulate General and Central Rizal, New York, received an official replica of the Carta Hidrográfica y Corográfica de las Islas Filipinas, otherwise known as the Murillo-Velarde Map of 1734 from the Asian Institute of Journalism and Communication, or AIJC, during a turnover ceremony held at Philippine Center in New York. Dubbed as the mother of all Philippine maps, the Murillo-Velarde 1734 map was created by Spanish Jesuit friar Pedro Murillo-Velarde, illustrated by Filipino cartographer Francisco Suarez, and engraved by Nicolas de la Cruz Bagay. As the first scientific and comprehensive map of the Philippine archipelago, it remains a significant artifact that highlights the country's rich cartographic heritage. The map played a pivotal role in the Philippines' territorial claims, serving as fundamental evidence in the landmark 2016 arbitral ruling on the South China Sea by the Permanent Court of Arbitration, which upheld the nation's sovereign rights and jurisdiction in the West Philippine Sea. In remarks delivered during the turnover ceremony, Consul General Senen Mangalile emphasized the historical and diplomatic importance of the donation, stating that maps tell stories not just of places but of people, of struggles, and of legacies. He also stressed the significance of the copy of the map as it will serve as a bridge between the Philippines' past and future. For her part, Ms. Therese Santiago Torres, president of AIJC, stated that the ceremonial turnover of the commemorative Murillo-Velarde 1734 map to Centro Rizal, New York, continues the narrative of the Mapa Natin, Kwento Natin, or Our Map, Our Story campaign, which seeks to engage Filipinos both at home and abroad in understanding and celebrating the Philippines' shared history and cultural identity as a nation. The Murillo-Velarde 1734 map remained outside the Philippines for centuries, eventually becoming part of the collection of the Duke of Northumberland in England. In 2014, the map was auctioned at Sotheby's by London, where Mel Velasco Velarde, chairman of the AIJC and the Now Group of companies, recognized its historical significance and successfully acquired it for 170,500 euros or approximately 12 million pesos. Velarde later donated the map to the Philippine government, which was formally received by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during a turnover ceremony at the Malacañang Palace on December 6, 2024. Today, the original Murillo-Velarde 1734 map is housed at the National Library of the Philippines, where it is preserved as national treasure and an enduring symbol of Philippine sovereignty. The replica of the Murillo-Velarde 1734 map is now on display at Centro Rizal, New York.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
And that wraps up today's edition of DFA Online. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, I am Win Peñano. Good day.
DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.